Why do we make mashed potatoes, biscuits, and all these other really good foods only on the holidays? I feel like if you simply just made it into a smaller portion, and for the most part that it's healthy, like, why not incorporate in your meal rotation? Today's meal is, actually I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to call it. Either way, this is like a Halloween candy basket in a bowl. And we're gonna talk about how we can get this treat to your table. We're starting this recipe out with our sweet potatoes, and we have two ways we can get to the same conclusion. One way we can get it to the table quicker is to chop our sweet potatoes up and put it in a bunch of water and boil it. So that's like 15-20 minutes to get out of the pot. The big sacrifice here, although it's really good timing, is losing massive flavor. The other way is roasting, which is what we did. That's gonna help draw the sugars out the sweet potato, add some extra layers of flavor, and honestly, it's really hard not to want to do this unless it's really hot outside. On the plus side, we also got to roast our garlic. Whoever invented roasting garlic, I need you to know that we're best friends. And I know you have no idea. Once this is done, you could technically toss your sweet potato and all the rest of the whipped sweet potato ingredients into a blender and blend it until smooth. Don't go smoothie setting, just smooth. If you need to swap the tahini, you can go with cashew butter or cashew cream or even coconut cream. If you have a seed or nut allergy, you can do plant-based yogurt or sour cream in here as well, as they do come in blends like oat-based. Speaking of nut allergy, I guess you could run into a problem with the sauce that we made. I did toasted pecans. I also like to do toasted walnuts. To be clear, I toasted the nuts on the stove. I didn't buy them that way. So like when I put the nuts into the pot and, you know, get them cooking there for a few prior to adding the rest of the ingredients in. Regardless, my point is that you could leave the nuts out and this would still be a really delicious and tasty sauce. Or add some seeds if you still want that little bit of texture inside the recipe. Sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, any of these would work in here. I've said nuts a lot in this recipe, and my kids are at the mature age that when they hear the word nuts, they just can't seem to hold themselves together. The giggles are like a bunch of hyenas inside of a cave telling dad jokes, and I love every moment of it. Lastly, we're gonna bring together our broccolini. We're talking broccoli, cauliflower, bok choy. We have so many options. Do not let your refrigerator or the grocery store hold you back from making this. If you have extra space on your baking tray, you could just toss this on there a few minutes before the baking is done. But if you want to get that ever so slightly charred and beautiful bright green color, you're gonna toss this whole thing into a skillet with a teeny bit of water. Just let it steam. A few minutes later, add your bean of choice. Butter beans, cannellini beans, pinto beans, chickpeas. The key to this recipe and every single one of the recipes I do is to have fun. Don't let it overwhelm you. You know, you wanna cook like you care and enjoy it like life matters. Also, the wisdom tooth area is feeling better, but it also feels like a little bit of food keeps getting trapped inside like a little tiny hole there. I don't know if that's normal. Anyhow, the full recipe you could find linked in the description or at my website, makeitdairyfree.com. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, believe in good. Peace.